Hello and welcome to English 113. My name is Jennifer Green and I am your instructor. And so now we're in week 2 of our very fast 8-week session. At the end of this week, we're going to be 1/4 of the way done with this class. So as you can see, it goes by very fast. So you're still working on your narrative paper, and this is the week where you're going to do all of your editing, revisions, and submit the final draft to me to be scored. So you have 2 things due this week. As you can see, you have a grammar assignment that we do every week, and then you have your final draft of your essay that's worth 100 points. I have added a link to Khan Academy again. This time we're working on comma splices, which are also called run-on sentences. So last week we looked at fragments. This week we're working on run-on sentences. Run-on sentences are the opposite of a fragment. It's where you have 2 sentences run together and they're not split by a period or a comma or some sort of punctuation. So you'll take a look at that Khan Academy link. If you can just click on that, it'll take you right to a little video tutorial, and then you'll be ready to take our online assessment in Blackboard. As you revise your narrative essay for this week, these are just a few reminders of things you're looking at as you do your final editing stages. The organization of your paper. Is there a structure that makes it easy for the reader to follow the flow of your paper? Remember, I said you're looking at telling the story in a chronological order or in a topical order. The voice, that is your voice as the writer. Is your voice consistent? Okay, is it casual? Is it conversational? Do you have dialogue? Is it a humorous situation or is it a sad story? Are you reflecting? Try not to jump too much back and forth between past tense, present tense. It's one thing to reflect back and tell a story and then in the end come back to the present and do your final reflection. But try not to go jump around too much. Looking at the sensory details, are you showing versus telling? Okay, use plenty of details. Try to relate them to the 5 senses. That's a good way to know that you're using some sensory language. And then the clarity. Is your main idea clear? Are you telling the story that has a point? Okay, is there a lesson that's learned that's clear by the time we're done? In the final stages of your editing, I want you to print out your paper and read it out loud to yourself after you've stepped away from it for a while. Because when we're busy typing and writing things in our essay, we know what we want it to say in our head, and we know what we think it says, but sometimes the mind and the body are not connected and we're typing so fast and we skip words. So it's really good to step away for a while and then come back, print it out and read it out loud so you can hear yourself what it says and see, does it really say what I think it says? Okay. Also, have another person read it out loud to you, because if you read it to yourself, you might miss some words because you think you know what it says, and so you assume that it says it, but it may not necessarily say on the paper. Also ask for a friend to read it to themselves and give you an honest perspective. Of course, you're going to utilize the Smart Thinking feedback in addition, and then go over the checklist, the rubric, before you submit. Okay, and then you're ready to go. So that's all we're doing for this week, is just the final editing stages. It's kind of a lighter week, but I do want to tell you that next week we're going to write a comparing and contrasting essay. So that's something you can start thinking about. Picking 2 things and comparing them, and then contrasting the likes and the differences. And there's a lot of different ways you can take that, but I just wanted to give you a little food for thought. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful week, a blessed week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you have any questions, I look forward to hearing from you. God bless.